I guess you were talking also about globalization earlier, and with COVID as well, where a lot more people are able to work from home and more globally versus just typically tapping into Vancouver market or LA market. What's that been like for you guys as you navigated through, let's say, COVID and also beyond that, like post-COVID, where now you have a proven kind of remote working solution where people can work from home and not have to go
Yeah.
through the visa pains that myself and others have always had to go through.
Yeah. So it's really been wonderful for us because it's opened opportunities to talent that historically we didn't have access to for all the reasons you just named. It's allowed us sort of to reach overseas and being able to sort of pursue talent and really build out our teams for certain projects in a way that could take much longer historically to do. And by that time, sometimes you miss the boat. Whereas now, because we're the connectivity, we have a colo that everyone can sort of tap into. The biggest issue is, running bandwidth tests in terms of, their own setup to see, it's conducive to the workflow and whatnot. So it's really wonderful because we have talent all over the world right now working on various projects. The time zones sometimes can be challenging, but most talent who don't want to relocate or they can't relocate are willing to sort of work, different hours depending on the show needs and whatnot to sort of be flexible in that regard. So yeah, it's been really wonderful. We have brick and mortar in Montreal as well as Vancouver and of course LA and in Hyderabad. But for the moment, if we're going to expand, the work from home is probably going to be our pursuit versus opening up another brick and mortar elsewhere.
Yeah, it definitely seems to be that way. I mean, I think it was Scarecrow. There's one place in San Francisco that tried to become like a virtual studio decades ago. It was probably like 2009, something like that. And it was interesting at the time because it sounded so weird, but these days, where you're physically located doesn't necessarily mean that that's where your business is necessarily operating out of all the time. So it's definitely, the world's changing quite rapidly in that regard.
It really is. It really just took, it's amazing when you can have one unified goal throughout the whole industry and what you can achieve with that when everyone's on the same page.
No, I love that. Yeah.